Jethro figures about 6 days, hard driving. Where are you going with that wood?
Oh, Granny wants it on the truck.
Put it down. With all the wood we got back at the cabin, we sure ain't going to haul none from Beverly Hills.
Oh, she says it's for on the way.
On the way? Granny, what in the world are you doing?
I'm making sure we don't freeze to death.
It's warm here.
Won't be when we get in the mountains.
You figure to keep that thing burning for us 6 days?
And 6 nights. Don't forget, it's December every other place but here. Damn blame California. The weather's as mixed up as the people. I'll be glad when I get back where there's some snow and ice.
I can't wait to see Ma and Jeff Green.
Yeah, it'll be my fine Christmas present for your ma and your sister, or us dropping in on them like this.
Now tell me again, exactly what did Marie say?
Sister said the Clampetts were loading their truck and appeared to be moving out.
Why? What could have happened? Who offended them? Whoever it was, I'll have them driven out of Beverly Hills.
Chief, don't get so upset. I know a man with $25 million in your bank is...
Is that why you think I'm upset? Because Jed Clampett has $25 million in my bank?
Isn't it?
Of course not. The thing that upsets me is the fact he might take it out.
I don't know whatever happened to the key to that door, but I reckon with our stuff out of there, ain't nothing left anybody want to take, except them old pictures.
Oh, Miss Hathaway says a couple of them pictures is Rembrandt.
All right, after Christmas, we'll see he gets them back. Where are you going? Going home.
What? Oh, please, you can't go away and leave me like this.
All right, climb on. I reckon we got room for you.
Oh, my heavens, we caught you before you left.
Granny, is there room for 2 back there?
Yeah, if you want to squat next to the stove.
No, we don't want to go with you. We want you to stay here.
We'll be back after Christmas.
Well, Mr. Clampett, if you want to go home for Christmas, let me make the arrangements. I'll have you there tonight.
Tonight?
Clean back home?
Yes, and you'll arrive in style, too. Well, Miss Hathaway, I think Granny and Elly May should have mink coats for the trip, don't you?
Of course.
Well, let's go take care of it, and the reservations, too. Mr. Clampett, you start unloading the truck and leave everything to us. You'll be home in 5 or 6 hours on the jet.
What's a jet, Paul?
I don't know, bus or jitney, I reckon.
Get us there tonight?
You heard what he said. Well, that will be a surprise to Pearl.
Uncle Jed, it took us 6 days to get out of here. How are we going to get back home in 5 or 6 hours?
That bus driver must know a doozy of a shortcut.
Have we got plenty of champagne and caviar?
I guess so. Why?
The entire first-class section has been reserved for a family of VIPs, the Clampetts.
Wow.
Young ladies, I presume you've been advised of special arrangements for the Clampett family?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Certainly have. Here they come now. Oh, get a load of those minks. Granny, Elly May, right this way. I'm sure you'll be quite comfortable in the lounge. But
Uh-oh. How did they get past the gate?
let's get them out of here before the Clampetts see them. I'm afraid you're in the wrong section. May I see your tickets, please?
Well, I don't think we got any. See, this bus sure is fancy.
But you've come to the wrong place. You want the bus station.
Now, just go back the way you came and ask for the Traveler's Aid. Now, they'll help you.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, ma'am. Granny, Elly May, come on. We're on the wrong bus.
Mr. Clampett, what's the trouble? This is Mr. Clampett? Of course. Right this way. Jethro? Here, Jethro. Keep the tickets. Now, Mr. Clampett, you have the money Mr. Drysdale gave you.
Yes, ma'am. Right here.
A limousine will meet you and take you to Pearl's house. And Mr. Drysdale is phoning ahead to Mr. Brewster to be sure your cabin is in order.
Well, don't let him give away a surprise to Pearl.
Oh, he won't. Well, happy landing, Merry Christmas, and au revoir.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
And Jethro, here's something for you if you promise to bring it back to me. Take good care of them, and remember, the tall, young, good-looking one is mine.
May I have your coat?
My coat?
Please.
Well, it's brand spanking new.
Oh, I'll take good care of it.
Well, it's Christmas. I got my rheumatism medicine to keep me warm. You can have it.
Can I have your coat, please?
Should I, Paul?
Well, I reckon not. We don't mind sharing with folks, but when they get grabby and wanting everything, well, we just got to mule up and say no. If you can't afford to buy a coat of your own, here, you just peel off whatever you need.
No, Mr. Clampett, you misunderstood. We just want to hang the coats up. We don't want you to give them to us.
Oh, well, that's very neighborly of you. Thank you very much.
Sure. Now, if you'll all be seated over here until we get underway.
Come on, let's go.
Now, fasten your belt.
Well, I ain't wearing one, ma'am, just my Gallisons.
I meant your seatbelt.
Doggies, this is a fancy bus. Looks like a bus is commencing to pull out.
Now we'll see if this bus driver knows an all-fired fancy shortcut.
That's you and me watch the road so we can remember it.
Okay, Jethro.
If you ask me, this bus driver of ours is lost. Just keeps us circling and a turning.
You know there's no shortcut yet.
Ding, ding.
Listen to him erasing that engine.
Yeah, but the wheels must be spinning in the mud. We ain't moving.
He got her out of the mud.
Yeah, we're moving now. Look at it split, too.
My dog is, if he gets to going much faster, this thing is going to leave the ground.
Don't look now, but it is leaving the ground.
Jethro, you better get up there and tell that bus driver to slow down.
We ain't got time for that. Let's get off of this thing before it gets any higher.
Now, wasn't that a smooth takeoff?
You may unfasten your seatbelts anytime you like. Would you folks like some champagne caviar? Or would you prefer a nice hot meal?
We have steak, chicken, fish, anything you like.
Oh, no thanks. We had a mess of grits and jowls before we left home.
Perhaps you'd like to relax in it. Take a little nap.
There.
Whoop. Doggies. Granny, ain't that something?
It's good for my rheumatiz.
Now, if there's anything else that we can do to make your trip more comfortable, just press the little button.
And we'll be right here.
Them girls ain't a bit scared.
Sure is friendly, too. Often to share their food with us. Makes me feel ashamed we didn't let them keep our coat.
You want me to go up and talk to the bus driver, Uncle Jed?
I reckon not, Jethro. Don't nobody else seem skittish, and we don't want folks to think this is our first bus ride.
Jed,
Yeah, Granny?
it sure will be nice to see snow again, won't it?
That's the truth. Christmas just don't seem like Christmas without it.
And Pearl's house is all especial pretty in the snow.
She sure is going to be surprised when we all come tromping in there tonight.
Howdy, Pearl.
Homer Winch, when are you going to learn not to walk into a body's house without a body inviting you?
Well, I rang and you didn't come.
You didn't give me time, you old coot. Now, don't you never do that again. Get out of my parlor.
I like you when you're mad, Pearl. You're an exciting woman.
Homer, you get out of here. I don't have time for your foolishness. Jethrine and me's going to California to spend Christmas with Cousin Jeff.
Well, and I reckon you don't care to hear what I got to say.
That's right.
About Mr. Brewster.
Mr. Brewster?
Yeah, that tall, good-looking city fella who works for the oil company. Drives that big car.
What about him? Is he in town?
I've been ordered from your parlor, Pearl. I think I'd best be going.
Homer, I didn't mean it. Please, Homer, you tell me about Mr. Brewster, and I'll bake you a sweet potato pie.
Well...
And for dessert, red horse swimming in elderberry wine.
You're an exciting woman, Pearl.
Tell me.
Well, you see, he stopped over at the Emporium to get some cheese and crackers. Said he was going to be over at Jed's cabin alone all day, and he didn't have no food.
Thank you, Homer. Merry Christmas.
Now, wait a minute, Pearl. You ain't going to do me out of my tater pie, are you?
Well, of course not. You get it.
Well, when?
Well, I'll let you know. I'm busy right now. Bye, Homer.
Ding, dang, darn it, I done it again. Let some pretty woman twist me around her finger. I hate to go home. Mama's going to give me the ticket.
Jed,
Hey, Granny.
I just had a terrible thought.
What's that?
Suppose we get to Pearl's house and she ain't there.
Where would she be?
Out chasing that Brewster fella, that's where.
Ah, she ain't likely to catch him in her horse and buggy.
Whoa, Betsy.
Now, Betsy, I play my cards right. You get to keep that there blanket permanent. Because I'm going to have something else to keep me warm. A husband. Ain't that a beautiful word, husband? Husband. And what's more, I'll be riding in that big, fancy automobile. So you can retire to pasture with that good-looking racehorse from Hot Springs.
Well, I thought I heard a horse. Mrs. Bodine. Won't you come in?
Well, thank you. It's mighty cold today, ain't
Yes, it is. Well, it's nice to see you again. I'm sorry it's so cold in here. Didn't bother to build a fire in the fireplace, and I'm afraid that kerosene stove doesn't put out much heat.
Well, I can't stay but a minute. I just came by to give you this and say Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you. Oh, you shouldn't have.
Oh, it's just something that I made myself.
Oh, that's nice.
Land to mercy. Look at this place. Why, you men just can't manage alone, can you? It takes a woman.
Oh, please don't bother. I won't be here. You see, I'm going home to Tulsa for the holidays.
I won't go to no trouble. I'll just throw together a little snack, and while you're eating, I'll tidy up a bit.
This is the most fantastic miracle I've ever seen. The way you produced this banquet right out of thin air. Ham, fried chicken, roast pork, and this delicious sweet potato pie.
That's Mom's special recipe. Here, wash it down with some red horse and elderberry juice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is sensational juice. But, Mrs. Bodine, I just can't eat another bite. Why, Mrs. Bodine, what have you done to this cabin?
Oh, do you see a difference?
And where did you get those curtains?
I just run them up while you was eating.
Really, you are a remarkable woman. You cook, you sew, you're a wonderful housekeeper.
And I love it. It ain't work to me at all. It's pure enjoyment.
Mrs. Bodine, I know that this must seem awfully sudden to you, and I know you have lots of ties, lots of activities here in the hills, but I was wondering, do you think you could possibly be happy living in a city like Tulsa?
Tulsa? That's where you live, ain't it?
Yes, I have a very nice home there, but frankly, it needs you, and I think Mother will agree.
You want me to meet your mother?
Well, actually, it isn't necessary, and I know Mother will approve my choice. You don't have to give me your answer immediately. You just think it over.
Yes, that's my answer. Yes.
But we haven't even discussed money.
I'll give you every cent I make.
Mrs. Bodine, as my housekeeper, I will be paying you.
Housekeeper.
That was caring for Mother. Oh, incidentally, Mother's just going to love this elderberry juice. What's the matter? You something?
You sure did. You let me cook for you. You let me sew for you. Hand me the ham. You let me house clean for you. Now then, I don't know what it takes to get engaged in Tulsa, but in these here hills, you've done enough to get yourself promised, hitched, and honeymooned.
Really, Mrs. Bodine, I didn't mean to.
I'm going to Beverly Hills to spend Christmas with my cousin Jed. And when I tell him what you done, he ain't gonna take kindly to it.
What, Mrs. Bodine? I give you my word that
You give me my hand-knit socks. Your feet can't get no colder than they are right now.
They're sleeping like babies.
Do you think we should wake them for the movie?
I don't know. It's a lady super western, just the kind of picture they'd enjoy.
Well, why don't we start it, and if they wake up, fine.
Good idea.
What? We back on the ground.
Good.
Look through that front window. We're chasing some fellas.
They shooting at us.
Exciting, isn't it?
Get down! You was right in the line of fire.
What's going on?
Whatever it is, I'm getting in on it.
But Mr. Drysdale, Pearl is on her way to California to see them.
Well, can you catch her in time?
Oh, I think so. She's driving a horse and buggy. I'll tell her family's on the way.
No, this is a surprise.
Well, then what'll I say?
But say anything to keep her there until the Clampetts arrive, and I'll get over to Pearl's.
Oh, she might misconstrue. You see, I have a very delicate situation here.
Yes, you certainly have. And if you spoil Jed Clampett's Christmas surprise, he'll cut off your oil.
But Pearl might think I want to marry.
Merry Christmas to you, too. Bye.
Hello? Oh, boy.
Here's the sweet potato pie and red horse, I promise.
Hey, there's a piece of this pie missing. And a gulp or two of these red haws. Who got it, Pearl?
None of your business. Now get along. Jethrine and me is leaving for California.
Yeah, I want a whole pie just like I was promised.
Now you get out of here before I throw you out of here. Men is all alike. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
You're an exciting woman, Pearl.
Don't you even speak to me. There ain't a man alive worth the powder it'd take to blow him to you nowhere. Men is just a bunch of low-down, no-good Mr. Brewster!
Bodine, I hope you're not angry at me any longer.
Angry at you? Why, don't be ridiculous. Oh, here, have some more sweet potato pie and some Red Horse.
Oh, this is a rascal been trying to steal my woman and my pie. I'm going to give you such a show. Oh, I think I throwed my dang knee out.
And I'm going to throw out the rest of you.
You see, in my business, what I mean to say is that I'm away from home a lot. And, I think that a husband should, that is, what I mean to say is that, in my opinion, could I have another slug of that elderberry juice?
No, you cannot. Now then, I've been sitting here for 3 solid hours listening to you, and you have yet to say one word that a widow woman could get her teeth into. Jethro, bring the suitcase in.
Oh, please don't go.
I ain't listening to one more word you got to say lest you say it on your knees. Don't come in yet, Jethro. Say it.
Please don't go.
You are the slipperiest man that ever lived. Come on, Jethro. You get out of my parlor and you stay out.
You want me to throw him out, Ma?
He can walk. Homer Winch, is that you again?
No, Pearl, it's us. Merry Christmas, Jethro.
Uncle Dad.
Why, you have grown... Mr. Brewster, what are you doing?
Mr. Clampett, if you'd been just 1 second later, I'd have been engaged to your cousin Pearl.
Go back out, everybody.
Please, Mr. Clampett.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to
You're nothing but a two-timer, Homer Winch. Pearl told me about you sparking her, you old rascal, you.
You're exciting when you're mad, Granny. Hey, how about going for a little sleigh ride with me?
You promise to behave?
Sure I do.
Well, we might as well stay here and sing.
wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Ain't that a pretty tree?
Pretty I ever did see.
Mr. Drysdale and Miss Jane said they was going to surprise us, and they sure enough did.
What you looking for, Granny?
Looking for the hole in the roof.
What hole in the roof?
The hole in the roof that snow comes from. Why, looky yonder. It's all over the tree and all over the floor. Ellie, you sweep it up before it gets to melting and gets everything soggy. Jethro, you climb up on the roof and patch the hole that it comes through.
Yeah, I don't think this is snow at all.
It ain't cold and it don't melt.
Well, I bet you this is what they call artificial snow.
I don't care what you call it. Get up on the roof and patch the hole it comes through.
I reckon Jethro means it's Beverly Hills snow ain't the kind that falls down from the sky.
Yeah, that's right. You just throw this around by hand.
Pitiful place, pitiful. Don't even know how to snow proper out here.
Granny, Christmas ain't no day to go lambasting Beverly Hills again.
Hey, everybody, let's open a present.
Yeah. Hey, come on, Granny.
Oh, put me down, you big...
Hey, Elly May, this one's to you from Miss Jane. Listen to this. To Elly May, so sweet and fair. Use this gift to have dry hair.
Sounds like it's gonna rain.
Hey, Jethro, this one here is for you. Heavy, too.
Hey, it's from Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale. What do you think's in it?
Well, there's one way to find out.
Open it up.
Look at Pa, it's a hat.
Ain't that pretty? Feels like a rain hat.
Yeah, this'll sure enough keep my hair dry when I'm walking in the rain.
What's this hose for in the back?
Well, I reckon that's to let the water drain off.
Hey, Uncle Jed. Look what I got, a brand new suit of clothes.
Looks like it's made out of rubber.
Fella sure could keep drying this rascal.
I reckon it's for walking in the rain like Ellie's hat.
I reckon these go on my feet.
Be kind of awkward walking in these. I'll tell you what, Jethro. Why don't you put the whole thing on? We'll see how it looks.
Hey, yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
What you got there, Granny?
Near as I can figure, it's one of them electric washing machines like we got out back. Only this one's got a clothes drying rack on it.
A lot fancier than that other machine.
It's that blame fancy, I can't figure out how to get the clothes in it.
Let's see now. You got a knob here marked on. Let's turn that and see what happens.
A lot quieter than the other one.
I don't think it's working, Granny.
Don't hardly see how it could. No way to put water in it.
Maybe it's lighting up.
Look yonder.
It's done got water in it.
Water in it? Look at that.
There's fish in there. Elly May?
I didn't see it. Dad, come and shut this thing off. Quick.
What'd you see?
I ain't telling, but one thing's certain. I ain't gonna wash none of our clothes in there until that water's been changed.
Well, give us a pretty washing machine, Pa.
The Drysdales. Oh, Ellie, did you get Miss Drysdale's present?
Sure did. I'll fetch it.
What's that girl got on her head?
Oh, that's her new rain hat. Miss Jane gave it to her.
I thought it wasn't supposed to rain out here much.
Sure it is.
What kind of a varmint is that?
It's what Miss Drysdale wants most of all for Christmas. A mink.
Pardon me, Miss Drysdale especially wanted a full-length mink. Is this one fill a bill?
Yes, sir. It's as long as they come.
I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. You didn't by any chance steal this critter, did you?
No, sir.
Well, I knowed you hadn't, but Miss Drysdale made such a point of it. She said she didn't want no mink stole.
Just what I wanted most of all. A full-length mink.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, dear. Well, now, I got to dash over to the Clampetts before they go outside and discover their boat.
Their what?
We gave them a boat for Christmas, among other things. And I had the boat company deliver it and put it right in front of their door. Oh, Ravenswood, The skipper dressed?
Very nearly, sir.
A boat and a skipper? Isn't that overdoing it?
All part of a very clever strategy, Margaret. Now, if I can get Jed hooked on sailing, Jethro and Elly May on skin diving, and Granny on deep-sea fishing, they'll never want to go back to the hills. Those are things you can't do without an ocean.
But, Milburn, I don't want them to stay here.
But, Margaret, I do. Now, you don't get coats like that with bottle caps. And just for insurance, I gave them a television set. That's something else they can't get back in the hills.
The skipper is ready, sir. Here he is, sir.
Why, it's an ape.
Oh, no, it's a chimp. And Elly May will be crazy about it.
Oh, I hope so, sir. I would not like to add to my regular duties the daily grooming and dressing of a anthropoid.
Well, let's take him next door. We'll put him on the boat, ring the doorbell, and run.
Yes, madam. After you, sir.
Looks like an overgrown tadpole.
Lucky I got one like Jethro, too.
Sure is hot in this thing.
I reckon it was meant to be wore mostly in the rain.
How come the Drysdales are giving us so much rain stuff when it ain't supposed to rain out here?
Maybe they know something we don't, Granny.
Well, I'm going to get out of this thing.
There goes that rascal playing that music again.
You'd think he'd learn something new for Christmas.
Yeah, I heard somebody drive off.
Maybe it's that fellow that plays the music.
Well, we can't begrudge him taking Christmas Day off. Granny, you recollect hearing it rain last night?
No.
How about you, Elly?
No, sir, I didn't hear.
Well, we must have slept through a regular cloudburst.
What you mean?
What I mean is that sometime during the night, somebody sailed a boat up our driveway.
How do you reckon anybody could sail a boat up here?
I don't see no high water mark on the house.
Well, if there was no water, he must have got caught in a heap of wind. Hey, fetch Jethro out here. I'm going to need help moving this thing.
Yes, sir, Pa.
Well, whoever done this was a mighty poor sailor.
Well, Granny, maybe he was just celebrating a mite too much last evening.
Let's face it, he was drunk as a skunk.
See if he's still in there. Granny, we don't want to mean-mouth that sailor too much. If I looked like that, I might take to drink myself.
Great clouds of blue gnats. That's the hairiest, ugliest sailor I ever did see.
Granny, we don't want to hurt his feelings. He might have got lost at sea and hadn't had a chance to shave.
Come on out, you're saved. We help you.
Yeah, don't be afraid. You're on dry land now. You're among friends.
He ain't coming out.
Maybe he don't understand our kind of talk. Maybe he ain't American.
I hope he ain't. He's no bigger than this and bow-legged to boot.
My doggers, I'm glad he ain't one of our boys, too. If that's a sample of what's running our Navy, our country's in for a whole heap of trouble.
Come on out, sailor boy. We'll give you some victuals.
Maybe we got to talk sailor talk to him.
You know any sailor talk?
Well, I heard some. Let's see. Hoist your landlubber and starboard your anchor out of there.
That ought to get him.
He ain't budging.
Yonder it is, Jethro.
Hot diggity dog, is this ship a horn?
No, I think it's wood.
There's a little sailor boy in there.
He looks like a monkey.
Jethro, don't say things like that. He don't want to come out as it is.
Why, that's what you call a chimpanzee.
Thank goodness he ain't an American boy.
I'll go fetch him out.
I reckon if anybody can make a sailor leave his boat, it's Elly May. Jethro, you'd best go along with her. From the looks of him, he's been to sea a powerful long time.
Yes, sir, Oh, come on, Margaret, hurry up.
I'm coming, Milburn. Who are we going to drop in on? The Art Linkletters? The George Burnses? The Jet Dennis?
The Jed Clampetts.
I refuse to go slumming on Christmas.
Well, suit yourself. Oh, I understand they have a sensational gift for you.
Oh? What is it?
Well, who knows? With their millions, it could be the Hope Diamond.
It is the season of goodwill. Come along, dear.
Hey, Granny, Bill's about ready. I'm hungry.
Be ready in a minute. Where's your Uncle Jed?
He's still outside puzzling over what to do with that there boat.
Well, go sit at the table and wait.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, you don't expect me to sit at the same table with him?
Why not?
Well, he's a chimpanzee.
I don't care what country he's from. He's hungry, and he's welcome at my table. Did he wash his hands nice and clean, Ellie?
Yes, ma'am. Show Granny your hand.
Ah, that's just dandy. Did you like your grits and jowls, little sailor boy? He don't talk much, but he has a right friendly smile.
Hello, Scuttlebutt! Douse of your poopso! Howdy there, Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale. Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, the same to you.
And many, many more.
I'm sorry about this boat kind of blocking the driveway here. It was sailed up there last night by a little critter called a chimpanzee.
Oh, no. The chimpanzee didn't do it. He's a present for Elly May.
From Milburn and me, we know how fond the dear girl is of critters.
Well, thank you very much.
I had the boat put there, Mr. Clampett. It's a gift for you.
From Milburn and me, we know how fond you are of outdoorsy things.
Yes. Oh, by the way, you'll find a trailer for the boat in your garage.
Trailer?
From Milburn and me, we know how fond
Margaret,
you are.
it has wheels. You can put the boat on it and haul it any place you'd like to go.
Well, we sure are obliged for all the nice things you give us. We got a mighty nice present for you, too, Miss Drysdale.
How big? How nice.
Well, speaking of size, Elly May says it's the biggest there is.
Oh, you shouldn't have done it.
You shouldn't? Well, we could all take it back.
Oh, no. That was just an expression like diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Margaret, why don't you go on in? There are some features of the boat I'd like to point out to Mr. Clampett.
Yes, dear. See you later. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. It's working beautifully, isn't it?
I guess so. Where all the water coming from?
From Lake Erie.
Where's it going?
Lake Ontario.
Well, I hope it don't flood our house on the way.
Oh, Granny, you're so droll. Mr. Clampett tells me you have a gift for me.
You betcha we have. Elly May's got it out back, playing with it.
Oh, my goodness. I hope she doesn't lose it.
Oh, no. She's got it on a chain.
Oh, well, let's hurry anyway, huh?
All right. You beat me eating bananas. But you gotta admit, I whooped you eating grits. And I'll bet you I can beat you drinking milk, too. First, I gotta rest a mite.
Jethro, you and Skipper run out back and fetch Elly May. Tell her Miss Drysdale's here for her present.
Yes, Miss Granny. Oh, howdy, Miss Drysdale.
Hello, Jethro, dear boy. Hello, little sailor.
He don't talk American.
No, ma'am, he's a chimpanzee. Come on, Skipper.
Sit down, Miss Drysdale, while we're waiting for Elly May, and I'll give you your other present.
Oh, another present?
Yes, ma'am. This here is my special Christmas gift pack, chock full of good things to eat.
Oh, it's simply beautiful. What are these divine-looking morsels?
Well, up here we have deviled hawk eggs, pickled crow gizzards, possum sausages, candied catfish, and over here we have some larrapin' good little teensy owl burgers.
Please, no more.
Got your mouth to watering, huh? Well, hip yourself. It's Christmas.
Miss Drysdale, I'm awful sorry, but I lost your present.
Oh, no.
Yes, ma'am. I was playing with it by the cement pond, and the chain broke, and it got away, and I just can't find it.
This is terrible. This is tragic. Oh.
Awful sorry, Granny.
Oh, don't worry, Elly. I'll make it up to her. I'll give her 2 of my special Christmas gift packs.
Yes, Mr. Clampett, I predict that you're going to get many, many hours of enjoyment from that little craft. Boating has become a tremendously popular sport here at... How do you like that? That hunk of fur lying on the floor is worth $10,000.
You don't say. I only paid 2 bits for him when he was a pup. You hear that? You're worth $10,000, you old rascal.
No, I was referring to this hunk of fur, my wife's brand new coat.
Oh!
I gave it to her this morning, and already she leaves it lying around on the floor.
That fur cost you $10,000?
Yes, it did.
That's a heap of money to pay to keep warm, and the place is warm to start off with.
Yes, you're right. But this is a Beverly Hills status symbol.
Oh.
Finally, I'm going to teach her a lesson. That woman thinks my money grows on trees.
Where are you going, Mr. Drysdale?
I'm going to take this home and hide it. I'll see you later.
Duke, I never will understand these city husbands. Back home, when a woman done something to rile her man, he'd just take her over his knee and whomp her a few. Mr. Drysdale's fixing to play hide and seek.
We want to get a better look at Skipper's boat.
Well, that's our boat, Jethro. It's a present for Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale. Oh, by the way, Elly May, did you give Miss Drysdale her present?
I'm awful sorry, Pop. I was playing with the little critter, and it got away.
Miss Drysdale is fit to be tied.
Yeah, you ought to see her, Uncle Jed. When she's crawling around on her hands and knees, rooting through the bushes like a hungry hog. Come on, Skip.
It ain't funny, Jethro. She done give the little critter a name and everything.
You don't say.
Yes, sir. She calls it Jim. She's a-crawling around a-moaning and a-saying, "Where is it? Where's my beautiful Jim?"
You think Elly May is fond of critters? Why, that woman is like to go out of her mind over that pesky little varmint.
What'd you say you called it again, Elly?
A mink. I offered to give her my squirrel, my polecat, my possum, or anything. She wouldn't even listen. She just went right ahead a-moaning and a-rooting.
I even offered her 2 of my special gift packs. Even that didn't quieten her down.
Well, when that little mink gets hungry, he'll show up. Come on, let's go look at our boat.
Hey, Skipper, this boat is something else. Why, there's beds down here and even a wash basin. Here, hey, let me try that.
Get up on it, Granny.
I don't think so. It might just up and sail off with me.
Oh, you can sail off without water. Jethro, you got to bring your truck around so we can find some water to sail this rascal.
Oh, yes, sir. Hey, Uncle Jed. Hey, what's this thing?
Well, Miss Drysdale told me that's a lifesaver.
Oh, diggity dog. It's the biggest one I ever did see.
Jethro, it ain't for eating.
You can say that again. Got no taste at all.
Oh, where's my mink? Where's my beautiful mink? It's gone. Oh, dear. Melbourne! Oh!
Your husband's gone home, Miss Drysdale.
My mink is gone. My beautiful full-length mink. Has anyone seen it?
Oh, but come supper time, it's liable to show up.
Oh, disastrous day.
Oh, now calm down. Wouldn't you just as lief have a rabbit or a squirrel or a raccoon?
No, I want my mink. Milburn! Milburn!
You're right, Granny. Even Ellie wouldn't be that grieved over a lost critter, especially one she never laid eyes on.
The poor woman is so busted up she even forgot my special gift packs.
Well, we can take them over later.
Yeah, and the special one I made for Mr. Drysdale. It's 4 feet high, and right in the middle it has a smoked pig with a hedge apple in his mouth.
That ought to cheer him up. Oh, good. Here comes Jethro and Ellie on the truck. Now we can go out and find some water to float our boat in.
Who's that sitting up there beside Ellie?
That's Skipper. Looks like they got a coat and a hat on her.
I'd give Skip Frank for those old hat and coat, because he's from the warm country now. Here's your wraps.
That's fine, Ellie. Well, Jethro, where you reckon we ought to look first?
Well, I hear tell there's a Los Angeles River. How about that?
Well, sounds like that ought to float a good-sized boat. Let's get rolling. Pitiful, pitiful.
They call that thing a river?
Well, yes, ma'am, Granny. That there's what they call the Los Angeles River.
Why, there ain't enough water down there to wet down a good-sized crawdad, is there, Paul?
Pitiful, pitiful. Well, it's for certain we can't float our boat in there.
What are we going to do then, Uncle Jed?
Let's take a drive around and see what other folks does with their boats.
How about we drive up onto the freeway?
Let's go.
Hey, Uncle Jed, yonder is a boat.
That boat was rolling on wheels.
Mr. Drysdale give us wheels for our boat, too.
Yonder goes another one.
Let's get off the freeway, Jethro. Try some other streets. Now, everybody keep your eyes peeled for water and boats.
Yonder's one.
There's a whole lot full. On wheels, too.
Watch out, Jethro. You'll run into that.
Uncle Jed.
My doggies, they's all on wheels. Well, that was a dandy ride. I know now why Mr. Drysdale gives us them wheels for our boat.
There's not enough water in this place to boil an egg, let alone float a boat.
Oh, we gonna put our boat on wheels and haul it around the street?
Well, that wouldn't be much fun. You can't dive off it, you can't fish off it, you can't...
Well, I don't know, Jethro. It must be some fun or all them people wouldn't be doing it.
Come here, quick.
What's the matter, Granny?
No wonder we couldn't find any water. Looky here. Even the washing machine is dried up.
Well, it's been a dry Christmas, but a right merry one.